Hugh Colton, Town and Country TV, staying in touch with the communities we call home, the great things that happen within them. Very special year in Lombardy this year. Those buildings with the orange roofs, the Lombardy Agricultural Society, it's the home of a great fair known as the World's Fair. The Lombardy Agricultural Fair celebrates its 150th anniversary this year. You would not believe when you go on their website and you look at the past history and the past presidents of this organization. This fair is a very special part of this community, and we are going to celebrate it big time this year, the 150th anniversary. And one of the people that has been around this fair for a long time is my friend John Joynt. Hello, my friend, and thank you very much for stepping into the Jeep with us again.
Oh, my pleasure.
This fair has meant so much to everybody, generations upon generations upon generations. It does so many things. It introduces kids to agriculture. It's been a fun fair, an entertaining fair for a number of years, and all of a sudden, you're at 150 years old. Isn't that something?
It's amazing. We're 1 year older than Canada.
I know, 1 year older than Canada. It's one of the oldest running and continuously running fairs that we will see. And 150th anniversary, lots of celebrating. I know that the group and the committees are planning for this year's fair, which I believe happens July 29th through August 1st. I think I'm correct in saying that. But previous to that, we're going to have a really special celebration coming to the town of Smiths Falls, going through the town of Smiths Falls, I should say, called a Parade of Horses. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Of course, this year we're trying to come up with various special events to celebrate our 150th. We've had a fashion show, we've had various events, and Livestock Committee decided they could get together and have a parade of horses through the town of Smiths Falls just 2 weeks before the fair, and perhaps attract people to come to our fair.
You're no stranger to horses, because I know they're very special to your heart and have been for a lot of years. Mm-hmm. This could be something really neat to see. When I start thinking about, horses, individual horses, but then I start to think about team horses and the amount of draft horse associations that are around here and teams that might come from all over to hitch up in this parade. It might be really neat to see.
Absolutely. We'll have teams of heavy draft horses. We'll have 4-horse hitches. We'll have 6-horse hitches of heavy draft horses of various breeds. It'll be really something to see. And as well, of course, we'll have lots of saddle horses. We're going to have some nice carriage horses. We've got some driving clubs that are going to participate, and as well, miniature horses. And then, of course, all the neighborhood saddle horses that are around. Yeah.
The other thing for everybody to know and understand is, this is going to be a big parade through, I believe, the downtown core of Smiths Falls. In order to do that, we've got to get people registering. We want to get people excited and ready to go. So if you have a team of horses, if you have your own horse, we'd certainly like to hear from you. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. We at the present time, we've probably got about 50 horses registered, but we'd like to get that up over 100 if we could.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are lots of horses out there and lots of people who would like to participate and perhaps either haven't heard about it or just don't know how to go about it. But if anyone wants to get involved in this parade, by all means, just give some of us a call. There's Ron McMillan at Lombardy. There's myself, my wife Mary. You can email her or give her a call.
We're going to go through all those addresses and phone numbers just before we finish. But the other thing that I'm very excited about is 150 years of this great fair called the Lombardy Agricultural Fair. And you mentioned there are new things that are being planned this year from the entertainment aspect, from the agricultural aspect, new things to celebrate the 150th anniversary. When I think of the arts, the crafts, the yarn, the knitting, the pavilion that I see full of homemade pies, homemade jams, that alone is special.
Oh, for sure. The ladies, over the years, the commitment they've had to the fair is unbelievable, and all of their craft work and their culinary expertise and so on. And for this 150th anniversary, they've made a beautiful king-size quilt. It's gorgeous. They've been selling tickets on it, and it'll be raffled away at the fair.
That'll be raffled away at this year's 150th anniversary edition of the Lombardy Fair. Now, back to the parade. What's the date? When are we going to see this parade of horses through the town?
The parade of horses is July 9, right in the noon hour.
That's a Saturday. Now, I've never been trained at riding horses, and I'm sort of thinking that you might have to train me a little bit. I don't know whether I'd make it through
we can work on that. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. But again, the big thing that we want to do is we want to promote the message to everybody that has a horse that would like to participate in this parade of horses through the downtown core. You're going to have some fun. We sort of got an idea of the route, don't we?
Yes, we're going to be gathering up by the youth center at the community center in Smith Falls, and we'll proceed from there down Lansdowne till we get to Elmsley Street. We'll go Elmsley to Beckwith, down Beckwith to Main, and then up Main past the Legion to Market Street, up Market till we come to Russell, and then back out to Beckwith, and then on back to where we came from.
You know, I'm thinking about this as I sit here with you today, and yeah, you've got your work cut out for you trying to train me how to ride, and you might get frustrated with that. I might be the guy ending up with the shovel in the bucket.
Well, that's an important job.
It's
really.
a huge, important job.
It is.
Especially when we have a parade of horses.
We've promised the mayor of Smith Falls that we'll leave the streets clean when we leave.
We'll keep it clean.
Yeah.
July 9th is a Saturday. And it'll get underway at 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the afternoon. But the big point here, folks, is that if you have a horse, a team of horses, your own horse, we want to hear from you. We want to get you registered so you can have fun with us. And more than that, celebrate 150 years of history of this great fair known as the Lombardy Agricultural Fair. So, John, do they have a specific website do they go to? Could we make just some calls? If somebody wants to register, they see this video and they want to register with a team of horses or just their own horse, what do they do?
Well, the best is to just email my wife, Mary Joynt, and it's mjoynt@cogeco.ca.
mjoynt@cogeco.ca. That's the best way to register for this parade of horses that's going to come through Smith Falls Saturday, July 9th. It's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to have all kinds of fun with this parade of horses celebrating the 150th anniversary of the Lombardy Fair. And don't forget, the Lombardy Fair happens on the long weekend, the civic holiday weekend, July 29th, right through until August 1st. We'll be there. I'll be here with my friend John in the Agricultural Pavilion for the entire weekend. We'll have some fun at this year's 150th anniversary edition of the Lombardy Fair. Register your horse now. Listen, this will be some fun. I'll see you before, but we'll see you July 9th for sure, and I'm looking forward to seeing how teams hitch up. A 6-horse hitch I've never seen I haven't in quite some time. So
that's good.
I look forward to things like that.
Well, thanks, Hugh.
Thank you very much, John Joynt. Remember, the Parade of Horses again Saturday, July 9th through the town of Smith Falls. We need you and your horses to register right now. Hugh Colton, Town and Country TV. Hi everybody, Hugh Colton, Town and Country TV, with an invitation for you to hit that subscribe button to find out what's happening in and around the communities that we call home.